Hello collectors, Mark here, and today we're at Jayden's Toys in Plano, Texas. And I'll be honest with you, if you want a huge collection of fantastic stuff, Transformers, wrestling galore, Star Wars, I mean literally anything you can think of, horror, movie, just any mask, anything you can think of, they've got it. And this place is awesome. Huge thanks. Wonderfully laid out, all kinds of great stuff. But I'm only here for a little bit, so I got to walk around and enjoy for myself. Didn't get to film. I took some pictures, so I'll give you a little walkthrough so you can kind of see what you can enjoy when you come, because you will want to come to Jayden's Toys.
You know, and when you first come in, you got the Jayden Toys where you can actually trade in your toys if you want. You can sell there. The Jayden was being very cool to the people that were there talking to him when he was there. I was very impressed with how he handled everyone. Just a really cool store. You know, they have the big wall like a lot of places do with the cases that have some of their better stuff. But for me, it was just walking around and taking in all the different stuff they had. Yes, if you wanted to go for the Star Wars, new or old, they had that. If you're looking at Transformers, my goodness, their Transformer collection just wowed me when I was there. Just all the stuff they had, I was like, dude, this is amazing. Whether you wanted Optimus Prime, you wanted some G1 stuff, you wanted the newer stuff, you had that. But the thing is Transformers was really cool, but they had way more than Transformers. And like for me, when I was going through, it was this. They have their own WWE room. I mean, it's all this wrestling stuff. Like they're expanding it all the time. And honestly, I never collected wrestling stuff, but their wrestling room itself was just incredible. Like you want to just go just for that, which is really cool to kind of take it all in. I wish I would have made videos, but I just got some pictures while I was there. But honestly, so much stuff. But when you go around, they have all kinds of other figures. Like you don't have to be a G.I. Joe, just G.I. Joe or Star Wars. You can have a lot of stuff you enjoy. And yes, if you are a G.I. Joe, they have plenty of the stuff there. If you want to get some of the HasLabs, they have that. If you want classified 25th anniversary, or if you're looking for some of the bigger projects, you know, like Unicron from, you know, Transformers or Snake Mountain. I mean, they have the big sets. Like you need to bring a big car to take this stuff home, because you're going to find the big things you've wanted to have brand new, which is really cool. You know, I already have my, you know, Dragonfly and Rattler, but you know, you can pick those up. But it was really cool just to see that they didn't just have little small things or used things. There's lots of new in-box stuff that was there, tons of stuff on cards, lots of new things. Okay, so it had some young, like older stuff, but then a lot of the newer things as well you could pick up, which was really nice. And there was a few things where you'd have, you know, like our Street Sharks and, you know, Thundercats and stuff. So you could get some of the vintage stuff. But for me, what was cool is just there was just so much of the newer things as well to kind of put it together. And the space is huge. And so when you're going around, it literally like aisle after aisle after aisle, room, you know, in the wrestling room, just so many things for you to take in. It was just a really great time to be there. And the workers there were so cool, talked to me about a lot of stuff and showed me around. It was just like a really nice, you know, just time spending there. And I know it's in the north of Dallas and Fort Worth area, so it's kind of it's a ways to get to, but I'll be honest with you, it is worth going to. It is one of the best stores I have been to with the amount of collection you have. If you're more into like the newer toys, it's awesome. If you're going for like more older vintage stuff, there's not as much here in comparison to the new stuff that's there, but you can really have a good time when you're in the store. So I do recommend checking it out. And what's cool is you'll see things like the Voltrons, and you'll see all the mask stuff that was there. I mean, they had a whole display just of masks, which was really cool. But honestly, like, just going through, and what was cool is they had a lot of stuff that were loose in bag, and it wasn't just like, you know, G.I. Joes or Star Wars. There's a lot of other things out there. So if you have a Marvel Legends you're looking for things, it was kind of cool. And they had some fun stuff like Rudolph, you know, there, and some of the old classics like the, you know, Darth Vader carrying case we all had as kids. But that's the thing, is there's lots of variety that's there for you. But for me, when I was looking through, a lot of it was just the, you know, the bag loose stuff from Predator, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars. I mean, all kinds of things out there that you can get in that nice wide variety there. So if you want your Godzilla, they had the monster stuff there. If you wanted the horror stuff, they had that. If you were into He-Man, look, they had old loose bagged He-Mans you could get if you just want to get parts for it. Maybe you just want to get Fisto because you need his sword. I mean, they had those things there, but they also had other fun stuff. Like I saw the VHS tapes they had there, to kind of some throwback things there. But again, just, you know, bag after bag of loose stuff. And they had some good loose stuff there too. It wasn't just like cheap, oh, I found this extra thing at a, you know, a flea market and put it together. No, there was like full stuff there, right? And which was nice. And of course, box stuff on the wall, you can never go wrong with that. You know, I saw like that Havoc up there was very tempting, but since I flew, I didn't really have room to bring home like, you know, the headquarters in box. But that was one of those nice things. So if you're going to be going down there, I do recommend you go and bring your car so you have room to bring all your stuff home, because I don't think a lot of the stuff I could get home in my car, or sorry, in my luggage out there. But lots of, I mean, the old school stuff like Annie there. But honestly, if you're going to be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Jayden's Toys is definitely worth checking out. Like, I had such a good time going through, taking it all in. I felt bad I didn't get to film when I was there, but I'm definitely going to go back. I go back every year to Dallas for a conference, so I'll head back there and try to film there. And they did have Pokemon stuff. You're looking for that in some of the, you know, like the Mario toys and stuff. So there's a nice wide range.
So seriously, if you get a chance, Jayden's Toys, they have so much stuff, and the wrestling room in the back is like chef's kiss of things you want to check out, because if you like wrestling, you got to come here. You have to come here. If you collect Elite or any of the things for WWE, WF, whatever, AEW, you're going to love it when you're here. So definitely, Jayden's Toys in Plano, north of, you know, it's the north of the Metroplex. Go and check it out. It is a huge store, fantastic stuff. The guys that are working there were super nice. Jayden was actually really busy, and I didn't want to bother him because I'm on to a meeting, but I just really enjoyed the store. I wish I could have a longer video, but I got to take some pictures and enjoy it, because honestly, if you're looking for toys when you're here in the Metroplex area, you're in north, you know, Plano, like north of Dallas, north of Fort Worth, you got to come here. Like, you have to come here. This place is awesome.